All right, welcome back. We're going to kick off. If you notice, we're wearing the same clothes we wore in the last podcast, because we're just jumping right back into another one. Wanted to go ahead and shoot a couple for you since we've taken a little sabbatical, and it's been a few weeks since we've recorded any. And we're going to just kind of pick up where we left off. The last podcast was a little bit more industry specific to what we do at Agents Resource Group, the company that Justin and I actually own together. We've had a lot of questions about what we do and the insurance. Most people know we're in the insurance industry, but what type of insurance do you guys sell and what have you? So we kind of talked about that, and we talked about why we've been off for a few weeks. Not only did COVID hit, not only was it summertime, we had some vacation time that we wanted to take and different things we wanted to do with our family. That was real weird because of COVID, but that's behind us. But we've also had a huge change in our business model. And when I say business model, I want to talk about that a little bit. We have, as an agency, Agents Resource Group, what we have done is we have recruited, provided training and support for final expense life insurance agents. And when I say final expense life insurance agents, it's just like what it sounds like. Someone who may not have a ton of money in the bank. If they were to pass away, they would need an insurance policy that would basically take care of their final expenses, funeral costs, different things like that. And so that's what we sell. We service one of the largest, fastest growing demographics in the United States, and we do a daggum good job at it. And up until recently, we have partnered with about 10 or 12 different insurance companies, some of the largest in the United States. I'll give you some names. We've partnered with companies like Transamerica. We've partnered with companies like Mutual of Omaha, companies like Aetna, companies that are large household names that people's heard of. And what we have decided over the last few months of strategizing, thinking about things, praying about things, is we've decided to take all of our knowledge and all of our the things that we've learned in the insurance business, all of our experience, and we've basically decided to hitch our wagon to one company and no longer work with the big Mutual of Omahas and the Transamericas and companies that are maybe are household national names, and begin to and we've decided to partner with a company right here in our backyard in Thomasville, Georgia, called Senior Life Insurance Company. Now, in the final expense industry, they're one of the largest and most well-known companies in that industry. But let me kind of tell you what differentiates them from a Mutual of Omaha or a Transamerica or an Aetna, one of these big household names. The difference is Transamerica has a final expense division. Mutual of Omaha has a final expense division. Aetna has a final expense division. Senior Life is a final expense insurance company. It's all they do. They know how to do final expense. This is 100% of the volume of their business. Not only is it all that they do, but it is a company that it was founded and is ran by final expense insurance agents. They speak the same language we speak. They believe they have the same values that we speak. They're not just running a division that we sell products for, but they are final expense, just like we are final expense. So it makes sense with what we do to partner with a company who their sole purpose is to provide the products that we sell, so that we're not having to be a small part of that company, but we are the lifeblood of that company. Another reason we like that is because if we bring in a new agent that just comes in, he's got a brand new career in the insurance industry. Let's say he's from the automotive industry. He's used to selling cars, or he used to work at Best Buy, or he used to, whatever background he has or she has or industry they come from, they've got a whole new career ahead of them. Not only do they got to learn how to sell, because a lot of people don't know sales when they come to us. That's part of what we do. We train people, men and women, how to become great sales professionals. But they got to learn products. They got to learn underwriting. They've got to learn all these different facets of this new career in this brand new industry. So the less that we can give them that they will have to learn, the better. So what we've found, to take a brand new person and put them in this industry, what a lot of companies do is they give them 5 different lines of insurance. They've got to sell Medicare supplements. They've got to sell Medicare Advantage plans. They've got to sell annuities. They've got to sell mortgage term. They got to sell whole life insurance. They got to sell final expense whole life insurance. They got to learn how to sell flexible premium universal life. They've got to learn how to sell all these different lines. And also we've got 20 different companies that offer all of these different products. It'll take your head off in this business. It's a long learning curve. And what we've done is we've compressed that and we've reduced that down, and we said, look, we want to introduce you to a brand new career. We're going to teach you how to sell. We're going to introduce you to one carrier. We're going to introduce you to one type of product. We're going to introduce you to one type of insurance. We're going to get rich in the niche. We're going to concentrate on final expense, whole life insurance with one carrier, with 4 or 5 different products that are all similar, all have the same application process, all have the same underwriting process. Very simple. And what we do is we take that 2-year learning curve and we reduce it down to about 2 weeks. And we give the agent every opportunity that they need to begin to make money for their family quickly. And when I say quickly, within 1 to 2 weeks. We have a lead system that's second to none now that we've partnered with Senior Life. Justin, tell them a little bit more about the benefits and different things that we can offer now.
So one thing that you hear about in our industry, because you're looking at independent agents in most cases. And so in that whole independent agent 1099 world, you're responsible for going out, getting your own health insurance, getting your own dental, vision, whatever it is that you need for you and your family to cover you in those regards. And so, you end up looking at a lot of people that would come and, they hear about the opportunity, they hear about the money they can make, but hearing about it and even seeing a lot of people that have been in the business and doing very well for a number of years, folks that are they've been in the punch the clock world. They've been in the W-2 world. They've been in the world where, the benefits are taken out of their check every week. And, they're dealing with used to 401k contributions, and they're used to all this, quote unquote benefits that a lot of times, let's be honest, our parents and the whole system, our teachers in school, when everybody says you need to go get a safe job, you need to go get a job where you got a steady paycheck. You don't need to, you stay away from sales and commission only stuff. That's a scam. And you got all this type of mentality that is the exact opposite of anybody that's ever had massive success in the business world operates. So it's the exact opposite of that, but that's what's preached to a lot of folks. And so they've already got this thing in their mind where like, man, that'd be great to make that kind of money. I'm not negating that it can be done, but first off, I'm unsure in myself. I may not be the type of person that can do good at that. I may struggle. That's a big risk. I still got to put food on the table in the meantime while I'm trying to figure all this out. And they've got all this, reluctance and resistance. And what they don't need added to that is also the thing of, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to give up my health insurance plan for me and my family. And so that's just kind of like the last little old, hole put in the bottom of the boat there that sinks the whole deal for them, especially and I understand that. The number one need of a woman is security, or, if that's the situation, if it's the man making the move, we're seeing more and more women coming to the industry as well. But, a lot of folks just don't want that insecurity, and that's just one added layer. Well, with Senior Life, when you come and become a part of the company, as soon as you get to a certain production level, you're able to receive full group health insurance for not just you, but for your family as well. And when I say group health insurance, I mean it's more affordable than anything you're going to see in that volatile health insurance market today. And that, you're looking at very low deductibles, very minimal copays, and 100% coverage for you and your family. Now, there's nowhere else that you can go to work as a quote-unquote independent agent in the final expense life insurance industry and be able to have the ability to receive those benefits. And I'm talking about realistically in 3 months, you could be receiving them. At the very most, within 6 months, you can be receiving those benefits. And you think about it, if you go take a job anywhere else, how long do you have to sit out normally before you're eligible to be a part of that plan? I mean, you're looking at least a year. And so, that is a phenomenal value to be able to offer to our prospects and to the people that are making the leap and the jump into this career opportunity. And another thing in our business, and for some of you that's listening to it that maybe have spoken with people that's been in our industry before, or maybe you're in the industry and you obviously know what we're talking about, because again, I know a lot of people in our industry do follow this podcast. But a lot of people are reluctant about chargebacks because the first year in our business can be the most trying. It can be the most difficult. You've got brand new people that do not have a residual base. They don't have renewals off of previous business written. So the first, 9 months, all they're getting is what they're going out and selling then. But we in our business, we do get a 9-month advance on commission. A lot of people don't realize about the insurance industry is the whole first year that a client is paying for that policy. That goes back to pay the agent, the agency. Insurance companies don't even begin to make a profit at all or make any money at all until year 3 usually. And so, these companies that we've written for in the past, and then you look with Senior Life, you get an advance on commission. So you're not sitting there waiting. If a person's paying $30 a month for a policy, you're not waiting just to collect the $30 every month every time they pay. And so a lot of folks have heard about the advance that we receive in commission. We get these big advances up front. And they also have heard about folks charging back inside of that advance period. So if Miss Jones has had that policy for 5 months and she decides to cancel and you can't keep that business on, then and you received a 9-month advance, or what we call a 75% advance, then you're looking at the realistic fact that you're going to have 4 months of that charged back and come out of whatever commission was about to pay you next with that company if you had more commission coming. That scares a lot of people. It also takes folks that are beginning the business, and it can be a distraction for them starting off because they spend too much time and energy worried about the chargeback situation. Well, with Senior Life and our partnership there, you no longer have to worry about your paycheck. In other words, the sales you've went out and made that week, the commission that you're going to bring home to you and your family that week being affected. Never again will you sit there and say, well, I've made $3,000 this week, but business I wrote 3 months ago charged back, the people canceled. And so, you got to go home and look at your spouse and say, well, honey, it was supposed to be 3,000 and I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Then people canceled, but now it's only 1,000. And the house payment was due this week and it was $1,500. I can't, we're just going to have to pay a partial payment. I don't know what to do. And then obviously you get the picture, the issue that causes in the home and the household. We have a system in place with Senior Life where that is no longer an issue whatsoever.
And I can just go back to my, when I first started in this business, it was very, very similar. We had an advance on our commission. And as a new sales professional, I was rusty. I'd never done this before, never sold insurance before. So maybe I wasn't the best closer or best, service. I didn't provide the best service to the client after the sale, because service after sale is a big deal. I didn't know the importance of, if a client calls, make sure you return that call just as quickly as possible, because I was so busy trying to learn so many different products and different things, what have you. So my first year, I had a lot of weeks where I worked all week and made zero. Nobody wants to work for free. Nobody wants to get out. The only thing worse than working all week and not selling something is working all week, selling something, and still not getting paid. And that's why one of the things that has been negative for a long time about our industry is chargebacks. You get advanced all this commission, and then business, falls off because clients don't pay their premium, and then you got to pay that money back. Before long, you owe the insurance company so much money that you have to work week after week for free to make them whole before you can get paid again. And so we got a system, and I'll get real simple with it. I don't want to get too technical and difficult, we've got a system that fixes that. And your chargebacks, instead of it coming out of your advance commission, can come out of your pay-through commission. The money that you would make after the advance is paid back. So there's a system in place that pretty much guarantees, not in every case, but in certainly most cases, that if you write business this week, you're going to get paid this week, no matter what. And so just another way that an insurance company that was founded by insurance agents and is owned by insurance agents relates back to those final expense insurance agents.
So, a lot of people say, and tell us, I mean, how do you actually make the money in this business? I mean, give me a practical example of how I can go out and make this deal work for me and my family. Well, first off, I mean, in this business, leads is king. I mean, whoever has the best leads at the most affordable price, to quote Ron Powell and to quote Robert Shiver, Vice President at Senior Life, is, whoever has the highest quality lead at the best price wins the war. This is a lead-driven business. Again, you'll have zero issues. The abundance of leads is mind-boggling. I mean, it'll about tear your head off, so to speak. And it's just a lead powerhouse. And so not only are we able to provide our agents with more than enough leads every week than they need, high-quality leads, direct mail leads, through our partnership with Senior Life, they also have the Slice app. They also have the Leads the Way app. They do have the Slice app. That'll be something to discuss later. But they have the Leads the Way app. And so literally, while we've been doing this podcast, my phone is dinging off the hook over here. I've got it muted, but I'm getting constant notifications. And, through the national television commercials, through the fact that there is Senior Life quote requests and ads all over the internet everywhere. You start typing about final expense life insurance and something from Senior Life's going to, magically pop up there. I say magically, but with technology being what it is today, it's awesome how that happens. And so between the internet quote leads, between Facebook leads, between national television commercial leads, people calling in, the ability to live transfer through people calling in, and the ability to, on your phone, it knows where you're at, and you pick what areas you want to be notified in when a lead pops up. So, I mean, that's just icing on the cake. And so the ability to be able to have that amount of leads, first off, is key. The more leads you take, the more money you make, is the bottom line. And so that is one of the biggest keys to the amount of money that we're able to make, and even more now through this partnership with Senior Life. But to be able to go, and on average, you take 20 leads a week for a starting agent. Out of those 20 leads, you're going to make 15 sales presentations.
15 presentations out of 20 leads.
And out of those 15 presentations, then, you're going to go through and at least close 5 of those in any given week. And so it's a numbers system. The numbers don't lie. It absolutely works. It's driven off of quantity. And so at an average of 5 sales per week, and this is actually based off real statistics, 5 sales per week, $600 in annual premium, or what we call AP per application. That's $3,000 in total annualized premium per week. When you multiply that times 52 weeks, that's $156,000 in annualized premium. And $156,000 in annualized premium at a starting commission rate now of 80% commission earns you $124,800 in commission per year. So what you need to see, for those of you that may be listening to this podcast that have thought about, approaching us about getting into business and us getting you started on this powerful career opportunity, that's a realistic breakdown that I can, if you'll write to us or send us a message, I can send you this in writing so that you see all these benefits in an absolute PDF brochure. And we can send this to you, and you can flip through it and look at it for yourself. But you have the realistic ability at a starting commission rate of 80% to go in at only 5 sales per week and earn $124,800 a year for your family. And that's no BS. That's real numbers, real figures. And there's people doing it all day, every day.
And here's the thing, with that, Justin. the reason most people in the insurance, you hear about the 8% in this industry that make it. That means there's 92% out there who get into the insurance business and don't make it. Listen, one of the highest recruited industries out of college for young guys and gals is the insurance industry. And there's so many people that get into it, they try it, and they don't make it. But it's because they're given a job where they're put at a desk and they're cold calling a phone book. Listen, you can make it doing that, but it is hard. It is from the start of the day to the end of the day, grinding and hustling it out with no support, just making stuff happen. And listen, there's a lot of people like me that come up in this business that way. But you don't have to. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be that difficult. Leads is the heartbeat of this business. Like Justin said, the more leads you take, the more money you make. When I started in this business 20 years ago, if I had 20 fresh leads every week, I could have made so much more money quicker and provided for my family so much quicker and better. And so it's our philosophy and our system. When we bring on a new agent, you're gonna work 20 leads every week. You're gonna have 20 fresh leads every week. It's not a choice. You can't say, well, I don't want to spend the money, I'm just gonna work 10. We don't need that. That's not our system. It's not gonna work here. It's 20 leads, bare minimum, because we know what it takes to succeed. If you want to make 6 figures, and listen, 6 figures ain't much money anymore. 20 years ago, 6 figures was a respectable income. You could pay your bills, have a little left over, pay for your insurance, pay for have your second vehicle, pay for your kids, school clothes, and even go on a couple vacations a year. Now, if you got a household where you and your spouse combined is making less than $100,000, it's tight. It's real tight. But the ability for you to come on and to make $120,000 the first year, it's going to take you working the system that it's taken us 20 years to get to get where it's at now. It's going to take 20 leads every single week, 20 leads. And to work 20 leads, long and short of it, if you can work 20 leads every single week, do 15 presentations, make 5 sales. That's 1 sale a day for a 5-day week. We like to collapse it down. Some people want to work 3 days a week and take 2 days off. Some people want to work 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, see all 20 of those people, give those presentations, make them sales, make $120,000 a year. Well, what if I'm optimistic? What if I want to make more money? Listen, if you want a bigger fire, put more wood on it. It's simple. Work 30 leads. Work 40 leads.
You work 40 leads. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's 30 presentations. That's 10 sales. You just took this same scalable model that has put Senior Life on the map, and you just made over $300,000 in a year. Now, how many of you listening to this that's been used to making $30,000 or $50,000 a year said, my goodness, I go to 2 weeks worth of insurance school online, take a state exam, it cost me $150, get in the car with somebody for a week and be up and going making that kind of money? Absolutely. You know people that's done that and made that kind of money as a field agent? Me, John Tanner, Robbie Hilton, Scott, people, real life people that work with us that John and I have done today. If we had not done what we done as field agents and accomplished what we accomplished, nobody want to work with us, would they? I mean, you don't get out here and preach all this that you've done when you hadn't really done it, and people hang around for over a decade. I mean, listen, bullcrap walks, okay, and money talks, and authenticity is real, and people can sense that. They know whether you're authentic or not. We've been around long enough now, done enough, made enough money. People say fake it till you make it. You can't fake it but so long. And in our industry presently today, you do see a lot. With social media being what it is, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of claims, there's a lot of people that get on, podcasts and shows, and they make false claims and they say things they've done when they've not done it. And, everybody, what we're finding is, even in the industry today, you got a lot of younger people in the industry that know how to work social media, know how to market, God bless them, but ain't never been in the field selling very long, hadn't done a whole lot. And an unfortunate truth in our industry is, and this isn't the case with everybody, but those who can't do often teach. It's a lot easier to get behind the camera and make yourself into something when you've only been in the field a couple of years, whether that's telesales or whether it's, being out knocking a door yourself. But a lot of people can create slick slick media profiles and know how to work it and work the algorithms and, make themselves something on social media and teach decent stuff that'll make people decent.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from anybody. And there's a lot of great minds in the industry that, their entire platform is teaching. The one thing that we've done a little bit differently or a lot differently, we've done it. We've went out there and figured it out. We've done the grunt work. We've bumped our heads. We've skinned our knees. We've done it wrong enough to figure out how to do it right. I mean, it's trial and error. And it's like Justin says, that whole saying, fake it till you make it, I hate it, because at the end of the day, honestly, you're going to fake it till you break it, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to break down. People's going to see through it. We just need real systems. And, we pretty much share the secret sauce, because there is no secret sauce. We got a system that works if you'll work it. What we found out is most people don't want to work it because it's hard. It's not easy. You got to see the 20 people no matter what. That's got to be your goal. I got to see them no matter what. I'm not going to get my oil changed at lunch on Monday, because Monday I don't miss. I go to work every Monday. And if I have to work past dark, I'm going to work past dark. If I hadn't made my 15 presentations, saw my 20 people, made my 15 presentations by Friday at 5, guess what? Saturday morning, I'm going to get up. Instead of playing golf or instead of going fishing, I'm going to go see people. I'm going to do what I got to do, because if you work the system will work. But you got to be willing to do it. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for everybody out there that is willing to say, look, work's not my problem. I will work. I've worked now. I work hard. I know how to call people. I know how to see people. Or I don't necessarily know how to call and see people, but I know how to work. I've got the work ethic. Listen, if you've got the work ethic and you want to partner with us, with people who know what they're doing, with a system that works, with an insurance company that they've been in this thing for years and years and years, and they've done the things that we're asking you to do, reach out to us. We're going to hire between now and the next 14 weeks. We're going to hire 200 new agents. Between now, 14 weeks, that's a lot of agents, but we will hire 200 agents in the next 14 weeks. Be one of them. And I'll tell you something unique about our company. We've got almost as many female agents as we do male agents. Listen, times have changed. Women can do this business sometimes better than men, and my hat's off to them. A lot of times they can relate better to a senior person. So listen, if you're male, female, it doesn't matter. We want people who are ready to work, want to go to work. We'll show you the system. We'll show you the secret sauce, whatever secrets it is. We'll show you what we do and how we do it. We'll put the goal in front of you. We'll coach you up. We'll turn you loose. We'll give you the tools and the things you need to do it. But please reach out to us. We've never been more excited about this industry, never been more excited about partnering with an insurance company, never been more excited about our potential and ability to help people change their lives.
So listen, guys, we hope you've enjoyed this today. This is probably as much in depth as we've ever gotten kind of about some of the actual key components of how we do what we do and what we do.
Almost feels like a commercial.
Almost feels like and listen,
it's all right though.
It is a commercial, okay? Because listen, we're here to help you. That's why we do the podcast. We want to help change your life in whatever way possible. Don't mean we got all the answers and got everything figured out by any means. But we do have systems and models and things in business and life and helping you earn a phenomenal living for you and your family that are time-tested, that are proven. And this new partnership with Senior Life just absolutely, reinforces that. Never forget that proximity is power. Look at who you're around. Look at the people that want to partner with you. A lot of people call in life and want to jump on other people's ship or jump on their wagon because it looks like it's successful. John and I know because we get them calls all the time. But it says a lot when people that are already there see something in you and call you. And so that's why we're honored to be a part of Senior Life. And we've got absolutely, it's like having a jet booster strapped to you, and we're going to blow the thing up, blow it right out. So we hope you've enjoyed this episode. Again, it's been a lot more specific, but I hope a lot of you that this piques your interest will at least reach out to us to carry on the conversation one-on-one. We'd love to speak with you. We'd love to talk with you. Our lines are open. You can look our numbers up here at our corporate offices in Valdosta, or you can reach out to us on any social media platform, and we'll get back to you just as quickly as we can. We'll see you next time right here on Separation Nation.